Hey y'all, welcome back to the Shooting News Weekly channel. I'm Jeremy, Deputy Editor, and it is mid-July 2025, but I wanted to tell y'all about my trip to South Africa, which happened at the end of September, beginning of October 2024. And this will probably be 5 videos, I would say. And I've been putting it off because Johan of Johan Petzer Safaris, which is the professional hunter safari guide dude that we use for our trip over there, who I can't recommend enough, he hired a professional videographer for the trip. And that guy came with us on all the stalks that we did on the animals. He got a ton of video content. He got drone content, but he has disappeared from the face of the earth. None of us have been able to get in touch with him. Don't know what happened. So I don't have any of the video content that he took, all that professional video. And I've been waiting. I didn't want to put the videos out without that, but I've given up. So thankfully, I took some video. Took a little decent amount of video just on my phone like this, and I took a lot of photos. So I'm going to put these videos together anyway. I'm going to voice over those photos, and then we'll have a little bit of video snippets. Johan of Johan Petzer Safaris, again, can't recommend him enough. He was amazing. He's super professional and really knows his stuff. He has a ton of hunting guide experience all over, not just South Africa, but the countries that surround it. He has a great property out there, really cool lodge, and he's a fun dude. He was awesome to hang out with. Had an absolutely great time, and it won't be the last time. So this trip was me. It was my dad. I decided to bring him along, which is awesome. We had such a great time, father-son stuff. And then co-owner of Black Collar Arms, Steve, and his wife came as well. So Steve, his wife, and I flew out of the Austin airport. We went Austin, Atlanta, Cape Town. And that, I was worried about being jet lagged, but that Atlanta-Cape Town flight was actually pretty sweet. It left Atlanta at like 8 p.m., got into Cape Town at, I think, 10-ish a.m., but if we left Thursday night at 8 from Atlanta, we landed Saturday morning 10 in Cape Town. We went to sleep, we woke up in the morning, everything was normal, so that was awesome. Quick funny story, so Cape Town Airport actually doesn't transfer a lot of firearms into the country. All the hunters go into Joburg, Johannesburg, and that's where Johan sends his hunters as well. But because we want to do the wine stuff, we fly into Cape Town. The guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's super friendly, but we're trying to be nice. It took us basically 45 minutes to get through that temporary import process. He couldn't find the paperwork. He thought we had the paperwork. We thought he had the paperwork. He was like, what paperwork? I was like, I don't know. You said paperwork. I don't know about the paperwork. And then he couldn't figure out the stamp. The little date stamp where you roll the dials to get the number. He was getting like September 49th of 2160. Crazy stuff. He spent probably half an hour stamping and stamping and stamping and rolling the dial and stamping. He went through 3 sheets of paper, probably 65 stamps, got it wrong, and eventually I was just like, hey, Steve is an engineer. He's really good at mechanical stuff. Would you mind if Steve looks at your stamp real quick? Because he wanted to take us to the police station where they have a different stamp, and he was like, sure. So Steve rolls the numbers, we get the correct date, he stamps the paper, paperwork is done, and we're out. And then into the right-hand drive vehicle, which was usually a Toyota Land Cruiser, Toyota Hilux, and I think there was a Nissan, but I believe it was a Hilux that we jumped into. But right-hand drive, super scary. I constantly felt like we were going to crash because we're on the wrong side of all the turns, but we eventually got to the winery region, and that's what you're going to see in this video. Was our days that we were in Stellenbosch and Paarl for my dad, for Steve's wife, and us, because we want to do a little bit of sightseeing and winery stuff before hunting, and I'm so glad we did because it was absolutely fantastic. So we came a couple days early, wanted to kind of adjust to the time zone before going on safari with Johan. Came to Paarl to go like see some wineries and everything. Johan actually picked us up at the airport, took us to the Grand Roche Hotel, which is beautiful. Everything around here is vineyards, mountains. The wine is fantastic. This has been awesome so far. I just wanted to be on the time zone. My dad and I were just gonna kind of wander around on our own, but Johan got us, and he's been showing us the areas. We went to the waterfront in Cape Town, which was really cool. Modern, nice, great food. Everything's really inexpensive in American dollars. I got like a giant, very nice gin and tonic. It was like $4.70 at this Belgian restaurant. We had a big plate of mussels. It was like $7. And at this 5-star hotel, which is surprisingly affordable and beautiful and really nice. The food is fantastic, and it's really inexpensive. Bottles of wine at the winery were like $7. It has been awesome. Oh, by the way, every morning though, right before sunrise, waking up and all day and all night, there's animals everywhere. There's guinea fowl running around. There's Egyptian geese, and it's loud. Been waking up in the morning just to, like, you know, jungle noises. It's crazy. We didn't get to go to Table Rock because the weather's been kind of overcast, but the sun just came out today. We're gonna go out, and I think other than wine, this area is also known for gin. And we're gonna go to a gin distillery, get some food. Oh, there's some guinea fowl right there. Look at that guy. Wait, there? Yeah, you can see him. I like guineas. I actually want to get some at home to join with my chickens. Apparently if you let hens raise the guineas, they're not so loud and obnoxious, but cool place. I might come back for my honeymoon, I think. They're just entering spring here, so all these vineyards just starting to leaf out. And on top of the rooms, which have actual thatched roofs, which is super cool. That's what it looks like on the inside of the rooms too. Vineyards over all that, or vines rather. Very, very cool. Just had a great German meal, walked over to the other side. It's a gin distillery. Got some flights of gin. Check this out.
But very accurate. But no, but that I understand. Okay. I can go. The humans, I'm not going to question God. He placed us here. Now I understand that God feels the skin of people and drew it. So there you can, the anatomy from that can now grow and be more accurate. And once they get, you know, certificates or laws or to do it, then you understand it. But coming from
Needless to say, this place was incredibly beautiful, but the crazy thing is they all were, including on the eastern side of the country. The views were just insane. So this wasn't just a winery or a restaurant. There's multiple restaurants, there's shops, there's gin distilleries. This whole property was crazy. This is Ernie L's winery. He's got a little chipping green on the backyard. Inside the Ernie L's place, again, expansive views. I mean, you can just see for freaking ever. It was wild. This is inside Cannon Cope. Really cool place, great tour, great wine. And here Johan was nice enough to invite us into his home for dinner. Guns, ammo, Giraffica gun. We made it to South Africa. At Johan's place watching the rugby game. Yeah. Hold your eyebrows.
little, there we go.
Hope you don't have that flinch when you shoot. Once that fire got going, Johan cooked some steaks over it, which was pretty great, and I guess is a traditional South African way of cooking them. Johan took us to a gun store outside of Cape Town, and I'm so stupid for not recording the whole gun store experience as a separate video, but it was a fantastic store with all sorts of great rifles, everything you could want, all the nicest brands, silencers, really, really great outfit, all the clothing. I was very impressed with this gun store, and yes, we bought some crap that we didn't need. Just don't count the rhino balls in that. These fire starters are not crap. Well, they are. That was pretty funny. I love the branding on that guy. And then here's some silencers. They are not regulated in any way. You just pay cash, you buy them, they're safety devices. No regulation, that's how it should be. Yeah, I'm a huge dork. This is the hinge at the Grand Roche Hotel. This is just how the door, I guess, is attached to the wall. I thought that was really freaking cool. I am a nerd.
So now, on to the hunting on the eastern side of the country.
Johan booked our flights to jump from Cape Town to East London, a pretty quick flight. Walked out to the plane. It was a larger plane than I was expecting for such a short flight. Got to have the national food of South Africa, right? A little gin and tonic and some biltong. So I enjoyed that on the flight. Everyone else slept. That right there is the Horn of Africa. I actually think I passed it, but southernmost tip of the continent of Africa. Really cool to fly across the Horn. And for the first time in my life, I saw the Indian Ocean, which I thought was just awesome. Now that we're in East London, y'all, the real adventure just begins. We go hunting, so please stick with me over the next couple of videos, and we're going to take you out into the bush to nab some animals.